Hello and Merry Christmas. I wanted you to check out what is by my front door. Every day as I'm coming and going, take a look at this beautiful piece. It is the flight to Egypt. And you'll see Mary and Joseph and the donkey and of course baby Jesus. And I love this figurine because it really represents a beautiful story where Mary and Joseph do all they can to protect Jesus, even escaping to a foreign country, taking Jesus all the way down into Egypt so that he can be safe from evil King Herod. I'm not sure if the clothing is 100% realistic. I mean, I don't know if you can see it in the video, but Mary's clothing is kind of gold gilded, and Joseph does certainly look pretty contemplative, and I've always wanted to say, put some clothing on that baby. But it's a good story nonetheless to remind us that Jesus comes and goes with us everywhere we go, and Jesus was very much without a home and at the mercy of the world and the conflict that he brought just by being the powerful author of all life wrapped in the weakness of a human child. And so many wanted to either confront him or kill him. And it's a sad part of the Christmas stories, but it nonetheless is a very good one for us to remember. And as we're coming and going, to remember that Jesus travels with us and has traveled to places for our safety and our peace, for the benefit of our future and the life to come. Why Egypt? Well, Egypt is the place nearest to where they were that they could get to that would be a totally different set of rulers. It would not be an easy journey, but there were paths and roads, so it was one that could be done, and it would be one that realistically they could make it there. Egypt is also the country where the people of Israel were for a period of time, and of course that is the Exodus, and the Passover story is represented in the country of Egypt. And so that is an important part of our heritage. And so Jesus is literally the Exodus and Passover story in his life. He lives that out for us. So it's good to remember that. And so contentment is also kind of a message there. And that if you find yourself a little bit inconvenienced or uncomfortable, it's important to remember how harsh Jesus' life was and to be content with what we have. And we'll find that really is a message of following the last few commandments, which involve you shall not covet your neighbor's things, your neighbor's wife, your neighbor's house, your neighbor's animals, but rather we are to be content with what we have and to appreciate what is ours. Good thing to consider. As I record this video, it's almost Christmas, and there's always that time when we're seeing other people with their gifts, or hearing other people describe about what they got for Christmas. We might hear them say something like, "Oh man, I wish I would have gotten that for a gift," or "Oh, I wish that would have been mine." And really, the important thing for us to realize is that contentment is a huge piece of the faith, life, and discipline of Christian and a Jew also. As we approach the confluence of Hanukkah, it's also important for us to recognize our heritage and how important it is for God to teach us and to show us what it is to have a life in which we're content with what we have, and we're not constantly wanting what someone else has. And coveting is pushing that a bit farther. It's beyond jealousy to the point where we might do something to actually harm our neighbor that they might have. So the flight to Egypt isn't a direct connection, but for me, the thread of contentment is between the two of them. And being content with where we are, knowing that if you're watching this on any kind of a digital device, you have a home and you have luxuries and conveniences that Jesus did not. And so we're thankful that he came into this world and this life and went through so much for us out of deep, deep love for us. So that is the deep love that travels with us and goes with us as we are in the days of Christmas and beyond. Amen.